What's good folks, it's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe video. So Garuda just got some nice and juicy changes to her kit. It might seem small to some, but there are some huge buffs. For more information on how all her abilities work, check out my Garuda guide, where I make my Garuda an Undying Beast and an Eidolon Hunter. And as for the buffs and changes, the first two are small and not that noticeable, but they reduce the casting animation on bloodletting. It's nothing big. And also decrease the charge time of Seeking Talons by 15%, but Garuda just seems super slow regardless. And that's why I never go without natural talent on my Garuda. It makes her abilities more responsive, but that's just me. They also increase the energy gain from bloodletting from 25 to 35%. Efficiency increased the amount of energy you gain from sacrificing your health, so 35% used to be the amount you get when using Streamline, but now with Streamline you gain 49% energy. But the biggest buff is the increase of the base status chance of Garuda's Seeking Talons. It went from 50% to 75%. This is huge. This makes building her a lot easier and lenient, especially if you want to go for crazy and insane builds. Before the update, you would need 200% power strength to get the 100% status chance, and now with the increased base status chance, you only need 134% power strength to get that 100% status chance. You can achieve this by using a max rank Intensify and a rank 1 Power Drift. Yet her exalted talons still remain useless till to this day, so that hasn't changed. Alright, let's take a look at what I've done with my Garuda. 3 new loadouts for you guys, and all of this can be done with one Garuda. I have 14 Forma on my Garuda, so I have no idea how much Forma it took to make all these builds, because builds tend to change over time. In the first build, this is my go-to build for any mission, from endurance to pretty much anything. The aura does not matter, but I have Handspring in the Exilus for the 160% knockdown recovery, but this is personal preference, you can run whatever you want. Primed Continuity, bringing my duration to 155%, this gives me 31 seconds on Dread Mirror and Blood Altar, and 15.5 seconds bleed duration on Seeking Talons. With 155% power strength, with the 2 Umbral mods combined, I gain 38% health per second per altar, as you can have a maximum of 3 altars at a time. 3.1 times damage capture multiplier on Dread Mirror, and also getting 100% status chance on Seeking Talons. No need for range mods really, but if you want you can replace Streamline for stretch. But in an endurance run situation, having range can risk your Blood Altar getting nullified, and Ancient Healers can negate the effects, so base range is just fine. And since I have Streamline, I get 49% energy per cast on my Bloodletting. Prime Flow for the energy pool, as you drain energy quite fast from the use of your 1. Adaptation for the added defenses, and Rolling Guard to safely position myself if I run out of Dread Mirror. The 3 seconds of invulnerability will save you in so many situations. And finally, Natural Talent, just making Garuda smooth to use. For the second build, I know people will be like, did you know quick thinking on Garuda is like so OP? Yeah, okay. So this is my quick thinking build. You're disgustingly hard to kill with this setup. Power strength at 144% with just Umbral Intensify to bring the status chance to 100%, and heals to 36% health per second per altar. Quick thinking drains energy when you take a lethal hit instead of dying, with 240% efficiency. Hunter Adrenaline to replenish energy from health damage, and Prime Flow for the energy pool. Pain Threshold for the 160% stagger recovery to counteract Quick Thinking's stagger. Those two go hand in hand, especially for Quick Thinking to be very effective. Handspring for the 160% knockdown recovery, very useful because spending less time on your ass is a huge DPS increase. Adaptation for the added defenses, having some damage reduction will reduce the energy drain from Quick Thinking. Alright, another build. If people like to go into ESO or any nuking scenario and just want to play Garuda, here's a build for you guys. Range plays a huge role in this build as it increases the explosion radius on your first ability. With 190% range, I gain 19 meters on Dread Mirror's explosion radius. You combine Seeking Talons and Dread Mirror to just nuke. Power strength at 168% to multiply the damage capture, healing, and pretty much everything else. We don't worry about efficiency as you will utilize your third ability to rapidly replenish energy. I also use Prisma Shade to grant myself invisibility just to have a small breather. and Retaliate are useful when charging up my abilities, as this Sentinel pairs so well with Garuda. A simple setup with just your go-to utility Sentinel mods, and you're basically set. And these are my new Garuda setups. She is a niche pick, but for those who enjoy her, really can't get enough of her, making every weapon deal slash and bleeds enemies to death. And she combos very well with other frames, for example Saren, Nova, Wisp, Banshee, and Octavia, making them a powerhouse combo. And that has been it for me, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more Warframe content, streams, and so much more, do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.